All right, let's jump right into this explainer. If you're using WhatsApp to talk to leads and clients, which, let's face it, most of us are, you already know that manually managing all those conversations becomes totally impossible as you scale. But the automated solutions? Yeah, they usually come with a really hefty price tag. Well, today we're going to change that by deploying your very own open-source WhatsApp CRM. To put things in perspective, right now, so many solopreneurs and freelancers are shelling out upwards of 10,000 rupees a month just to get their hands on basic WhatsApp automation tools. I mean, that is a massive chunk of change for a growing business, right? Especially when you're really just trying to set up some simple welcome messages, basic pipelines, or broadcast features. It is a huge bottleneck.
And the contrast here is just stark. Think about the old way versus the new way. With a typical third-party CRM, you're trapped by those high monthly costs, your data is completely locked up on their servers, and your features are heavily limited. But a self-hosted V-CRM? It uses the exact same official Meta API infrastructure the big companies use, but it puts all the power, the data, and those massive financial savings entirely back in your hands. Zero monthly software fees.
So here's our blueprint for today. We'll start with the zero-cost CRM solution, then move on to essential setup prerequisites. After that, we'll tackle database and environment setup, then connecting the Meta API, and finally, deploying your CRM. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The Zero-Cost CRM Solution.
You know, the sheer breadth of out-of-the-box features here is just perfectly tailored for freelancers and solopreneurs. You're getting a fully functional dashboard and inbox, you've got a lead staging pipeline to actually track where your deals are at, you can fire off broadcast messages and track the read receipts, plus freely import and export your contacts. And you get built-in automations for things like out-of-office replies and follow-ups. You are literally managing leads and automating responses without writing a single line of feature code. It's awesome.
Section 2. Essential Setup Prerequisites.
Before we get into the weeds, you're going to need 4 standard development tools on your local machine. You need a GitHub account to copy the code, Node.js installed to run the application, Git to actually pull the code onto your computer, and an IDE, an integrated development environment like VS Code or Cursor, to view and edit the files. And hey, if you hit a snag installing any of these, don't sweat it. You can always ask an AI like ChatGPT or Claude to walk you through it step by step. Definitely leverage AI for this. So the really crucial point here is that you first need to fork the GitHub repository. If you're not familiar, forking simply means making your own personal copy of the code so you can customize it safely without messing up the original. Once it's forked, you clone it down to your computer using your terminal. And finally, you just run the command npm install. Think of this as giving your computer an instruction manual to download all the necessary background libraries the CRM actually needs to function.
Section 3. Database and Environment Setup.
All right, inside your code editor, you're going to see a file called local.example. What you need to do is duplicate that file and rename it exactly to .env.local. You can think of this new file as a highly secure vault. This is literally where all of our connection keys, passwords, and sensitive credentials will live. It stays locally on your machine and keeps your entire CRM secure. Now, to act as our database, we're using Supabase. You'll go ahead and create a free organization in Supabase, spin up a new project, and then you need to copy 3 exact keys directly into your new .env.local vault. So navigate to your project settings, then API. You're going to grab the Supabase URL, the anon key, and this is super important, the service role key. Seriously, treat that service role key like the master key to your house. Keep it absolutely secret because it grants total access to your database.
Once you've got those keys saved, do not forget this vital step. You must migrate the provided SQL tables into Supabase. The open source repository actually comes with predefined SQL structures ready to go. You just need to push these in, either by copying and pasting them right into the Supabase SQL editor or by running a command line push. If you skip this part, your CRM simply won't have the internal structure it needs to save any of your contacts or messages.
Section 4. Connecting the Meta API.
Okay, head over to your Meta Developer App dashboard. You need to extract 4 specific credentials here and paste them right next to your database keys in that environment file. Under App Settings, grab your app secret. Then under API Setup, grab your phone number ID and your business account ID. And finally, you're going to generate a permanent access token. Pasting these 4 variables into your .env.local file is the magic step that actually links your specific WhatsApp number to your brand new CRM.
Now, as you probably know, Meta has some very strict security guidelines. They require you to set up what's known as a verified token. Don't overthink this. It's just a custom word you choose, like your own name. But here's the clever part. When you save it in your CRM, it gets encrypted using a special key in your environment file, and then it's safely stored in your Supabase table. Meta actually checks this encrypted token before it'll ever authorize a connection to your system. Pretty smart, right?
To actually receive messages while testing all this on your computer, we have to navigate one tiny hurdle. Meta absolutely requires a secure HTTPS connection to send you live messages, but your local computer, it only runs on HTTP. The workaround is a brilliant tunneling tool called ngrok. You just launch your local server on port 3000, start ngrok to expose that port to the internet with a secure HTTPS URL, and then paste that exact secure URL directly into Meta's webhook settings. Instantly, messages will start flowing from WhatsApp right to your local screen.
Section 5. Deploying your CRM.
Remember that 10,000 rupee monthly bill we talked about at the beginning? Well, consider this new number. For as little as 249 rupees a month, you can rent a highly reliable cloud server that even includes daily backups and a free domain name. This entirely replaces that massive subscription burden we discussed. You're getting enterprise-grade uptime for, what, the cost of a couple cups of coffee?
And deploying it is surprisingly simple. Inside your new hosting provider's dashboard, you literally just create a Node.js web application, you map it directly to the main branch of your GitHub repository, then, and this is absolutely critical, you meticulously copy over every single variable from your .env.local file into the host's environment settings. Once that's done, you just click deploy. The server builds your CRM and boom, you are live to the world.
I want you to take a step back and really think about what you've accomplished here. You've invested, maybe an hour of your time? And in return, you've unlocked absolute data sovereignty. Your contacts live in your Supabase, nobody else's. You have zero vendor lock-in. Because it's open source, you have the total freedom to customize the UI, swap in your own brand colors, the whole shebang. And if you're a freelancer, you even have the potential to set this exact system up and resell it as a service to your own clients. It's a real game changer.
By taking full ownership of your tech stack today, you have completely eliminated a major financial and technical bottleneck. You've got the official Meta API right at your fingertips, a beautifully customized dashboard, and, frankly, unlimited potential. So my question to you is, what incredible automated workflows are you going to design for your business tomorrow with your newly reclaimed data and your $0 monthly CRM bill? Keep building, keep automating, and we will see you in the next explainer.